Alright, I'm back with some historic pauper, once again in the normal historic queue. So playing against regular decks, we're going to come up against some decks that are probably really difficult to beat. I've got no main deck. Enchantment Hate and Shrine decks are just all over the place, super boring, but we'll see what we get. The purpose of this deck is to fight some things and grow my board with token creatures. This isn't the best opening, but it's serviceable, so we'll see if we can get our dagger tooth, and after we're done we'll go through a mini little deck tech on what the deck's about. So let's keep this and see what we get. You can already tell that this doesn't look good. I think my other guess is I'm going to be playing against, is this maybe not mill. Not maybe counterspell. Okay, cool. Sure, let's just look at it. Cultivate. Lots of lands matter decks. I don't know. Let's see. Alright, there's Dagger Tooth. We don't need him yet. So I think what we do here is let's put a little pressure on and just play this out. Give it a target. And then next turn we can play Dagger Tooth with Snakeskin up to move into Outmuscle if they actually play a creature, which I don't think they will. And if they do, I'm sure it's going to be well beyond what I can kill anyway, because they're building their board rather big. I don't know if it's going to be. Okay. Maybe it's a Scoop Swarm deck. I don't know. And they've got a counterspell up, so whatever I play here, I think they're going to counter. Maybe. Let's see. Foretell card, 2 mana open. I'm guessing that's the counterspell. Let's see if they want to counter off their card. They've got a counterspell. Okay, you let me have it. Cool. I think they're waiting for something better. Swamp. Okay, so it's Soul Tide now. Great. Trample. Juggle. I know they're going to counter the Dagger Tooth if I play it. So the only thing I can really do is hope to bait out a counterspell. Okay, so here's the question is, yeah, I think I go ahead and maybe go ahead and do it. So they're probably going to fight me here. Oh boy. That's a big ass pest. Alright. Sweet. It's fine. Let's out muscle this and that. So I think we got alright, it's gonna stop one of them. We got 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. I think we got there. Cool. So what do you know? We made it. I mean, that was a really neat test. That's cool. It's actually a fun deck I haven't seen, which is usually fairly competitive with historic pauper. Yay. Alright, let's try and get one more. But, so we got to see some of the key cards. Daggertooth, Outmuscle. I think I made the right decisions based on what I was playing. And got a little lucky. And I don't know if I just let him fight me there and my guys both die. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's questionable. I mean, I got a lot of cards in here I don't want. I could get really stuck hard on playing stuff. But we'll keep this. I mean, this isn't the best. I think this is probably a bad keep on right now. Life. Okay, so yeah, this will be pretty much a loss. We'll give it like one turn to see if we get anything that's relevant. Can I get anything to 4? Cool. Great. Cool. So let's cool. I should have offered the trade, but he wouldn't have taken it. So, but does that put me? That does put me. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should have just offered the trade. I mean, but who knows if they're gonna get 3 of those in a row. Question is, do we try and chase to get bigger? Maybe. Let's try. Let's see if maybe we can get bigger before it gets out of control. And I got one turn to see if I can get there. I'm not going to get there. Are you kidding me? All 4 of them. Cool. That was fun. Oh, and they're just going to sit on it and let me do stuff to like show off their awesome angels. Okay. Yeah. That's why I hate this kind of things. Dude draws all 4, all 4 of them, and then just sits on them to be dill hole, like they've done something creative. Okay, whatever, dude. I'm sure that was entertaining for them. Yeah, normally I see life gain, and honestly, I just start not conceding to those decks now. It's just no fun to play against, unless I'm playing an actually a competitive deck. There's not much shot. If I'm playing Kiln Fiend, yeah, I'll go after it, because Kiln Fiend can pop off 30 damage at once and kind of leave them scratching their head. This is okay. Really like a Dagger 2. Oh gosh, there's going to be more life gain. Sure, let's put it out there. We really need to get our Dagger 2 now. That's what we want. Come on, Dagger 2. No, both. Okay, that's cool. That's different. So, let's see. What should we do here? Why don't we just Dust Crawler on this, and then let's have him fight that. And get some. I know that's really making my alpha target, but who cares? Alright. Okay, cool. Face a deck that we can actually interact with smaller creatures, more moderate creatures, something that you face in Historic Pauper. Let's try to get one. We really didn't get to see it going. I want to get a deck where we can really see the different interactions of the newer cards. But sadly, we haven't quite gotten that yet. The first game was relatively decent. I mean, my opponent didn't do much but play extra lands and then try and make a big play. In the second game, they just played out all their life-gaining angels and, taunted me. So that was cool. And then in the third one, they just kind of quit. Yikes, this is a bad keep. I just don't really know how well this deck mulligans. I do have a few things. Let's keep it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm guessing I'll draw into some lands. Mill, of course. Of course it's not against mill. Okay. Sure. Yeah, fun. This is kind of the problem of Historic Mana play, is you just go against decks that are just completely uninteractive. So I think what we do here is we get the first showed out. We'll try and play Smell Fear into him. Let's see if we can just cut off the bleeding. Oh, cool. That's this opening. So let's go now while we can. Smell Fear. Instant tab. Submit one. Kill it. And then let's Smell Fear again. Let's see if that gets us there. I'm sure they've got plenty of mill spells, right? Oh, Persistent Petitioner is even better. Does this have protection green? Yeah, okay, great, game over. mill into protection beam. Like, just why? I just like resistant precision is a card that's even banned in historic pauper. Oh, this is fun. So these are some of the pitfalls that you get to face in in historic normal play. Oh boy. Alright, I just really want one game. So far everything's been kind of lopsided one way or the other. I really would like to have just one decent game. And the other avenue is what we just... Again, these are things that like, you get some artifact enchantment hidden, maybe you stand a chance, but... Dogs are liking this walk, but... I think this one is one where I have to mulligan. Yeah, that's better. Keep that. Let's pitch the fear. Let's go. Ooh. Alright. So, what do we play out here? Do we just put tokens on something? Maybe we save it. Let's save it. Sweet. Excuse me for that. That's pretty gross, but time to be done. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Thanks. Cool. Weird to me. Guess, a Bloom Hulk. I don't know, I guess sometimes you make big elves and just attack. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna attack with oh, there it is, okay. Alright, cool. Alright, well, we're gonna get something here. So, let's, that. And then that's kind of cool. Wait, let's see. Okay. Let's see what it is. Cool. Let's find it. Got a card, make a boost. Cool. back up. Okay, sure. Fine. All fine. Fine. One more, and make a really big. Oh, almost probably. Okay. Sure. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we go with both and play the snake skin to try and kill two things? I'll just send this thing. Go get our other land. Make a really big Krashak. Put the Krashak on the bloom head. Whoa. Okay. Wow, that's really big, man. Okay. Let me see if we can come back it. Really? You're just gonna leave. Cancel that. We don't need to do that just yet. Put this on that. And that. And then we will. We'll get that extra land. I guess I'll make it. And then okay, well cool, we got there. With none of the cool cards that I wanted to play, but we got there. So, yeah, I don't think it's in the cards to really get a good matchup here. Obviously, playing a more historic pauper would be a better testing ground for it. But, just some cards. So let's get to a quick, deck and just take a look at it here. So, let's see, where is this guy? I'm using, of course, the deck box with my favorite art. Out muscle doing a bear suplex. Amazing. Okay, so really the main crux of the deck is Urban Daggertooth. This is really why I built the deck. I want to fight things. I want to keep growing him and all the rest of the stuff. These new additions from Kamigawa, really good. Some thoughts I had is now that it's a non-human creature with tokens on it, maybe looking into mutate, since the mutate counters are going to add to whatever body I put on it. So I think that's maybe the next direction I go. Fertility has been nice because it does clear out the lands and get them into play, and it comes in with counters on it. But it's a little slow, so I don't know that it stays, or maybe it'll be better when you have kind of the mutate creatures to support it. And maybe this deck ends up in green-white. Serpent is Snakeskin obviously gets a counter and protects, my guy. Servant is just kind of an extra guy to put counters on and move them around. Being a human, obviously, it's kind of a non-bow if I do go the mutate route. Land War, you gotta get your mana quick. This was really the card, and I forget who in the historic pauper community told me about this, but it was awesome. I honestly had overlooked it when this set came out. But this is one of the better cards. I only have 3, so I run all 3. I probably would run the 4th. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's better to let your counters get on there first so you have something to proliferate onto. But if you basically proliferate twice with Daggertooth, is huge. I mean, that will pretty much, if you've got a swarm of guys with 1/1 counters, you're gonna go crazy. Beetle, I think, is the right call here. There's a couple options of giving your guys trample and putting counters on things, but this one I think is the right balance. It's the cheapest thing that grants trample to people with counters, and allows you to put the counter to where you want, which is important. The Gnarlid Colony, I think it is, or I'm pretty sure that's it. That's good. I mean, it gives you obviously a bigger 4/4 body if you play it with the counter, but it's it dies a little bit easier. Doesn't let you choose on where you put the counter. Kashak is just awesome. Sometimes he can be pressure, puts counters on things, and then reinforces to and then does the scavenge and make things big. Bloomhoke, obviously really solid. Outmuscle. This is my favorite card. I know it's not great, but when you're doing fight stuff, this one actually ends up being really good. It's worth the investment. If you play your turn 4 Daggertooth and you come around and you just give your guy invulnerability, it allows you to fight up and be invulnerable, put a counter on it, and immediately you've got a 4/3. Daggertooth turns into a 6/5 with invulnerable for that turn, has attack with vigilance, so you could almost get a 3-for-1 trade, where you kill off 3 of their people in fighting. So it's hard to say no to this card. I only have a couple of them because again it is expensive. Struggle for Sigmar. I really liked this one when Kaldheim came out. I think it's a little underrated. I mean, fight spells in general are pretty terrible when it comes to removal. I mean, bite is better, and obviously regular removal is obviously much better. But because it puts the counter on first, it does usually allow you to fight up. So you can send something through that's maybe a little bit bigger and they don't want to fight. And they let you through for damage, and then you play it afterwards and you get bigger for the next turn to keep that pressure going, and you've got the counter on. Or with Daggertooth, again, it's kind of a mini outmuscle, whereas you foretell it on the first couple turns, and then you play Daggertooth when you already have a couple guys out, and then you immediately play the 1 mana and turn him into a 6/5 with a load of guys, and they have a very limited window on when they can respond to you. Plus, if you have it foretold, when you play Outmuscle in a later turn, you can Outmuscle and then go right into this and just really steamroll with your proliferate plan. And then from Kamigawa, we also have this Tales of the Master Sheshiro, or Shishiro, I don't know. Probably says Shiro. I think that's probably how it's pronounced. I don't know. It's expensive. You do get a 5/5 out of the deal. Puts counters on various things and gives them vigilance. I think those are all things. They're not great. It's serviceable, but I think where the neatest interaction is that now that we have sagas playable in Pauper, you get to see how things impact sagas, and proliferate does play nice, so you can play this out and get your 5/5 on a turn early. So you play it out, you get a 1/1 counter, you proliferate, you get another 1/1 counter. If you proliferate again, you're just growing it a little bit faster, and you get that 5/5 online a little bit quicker than your opponent was expecting. And in a deck that's able to put counters on things, that can be pretty interesting too. So that guy can get out of hand. So still a few things to try. Maybe this ends up in Selesnya, and out muscle ends up not being necessary. There's a lot of good +1/1 counter options in white that can contribute. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But that's kind of the deck in a nutshell. A couple videos of it being played, albeit not great ones, but something to think about. Hope you enjoyed, and catch y'all later.